Wolves emerged from the woods on the outskirts of a small hamlet. On a hill they surveyed their domain. They had the presence of mind to transform with a bundle of their clothes around their animal forms, knowing they may need to take on the guise of a man for some unforeseen reason. William and Marcus discarded their wolf forms. Cousin Ulig didn't bother. William and Marcus spoke tactics by the light of the moon. 3 police precincts. Atara split them up when she brought them in. When they finally do get to talk, they may mention us. Ilse said, dead or alive. Bring them all back, said Marcus. Cousin Ulig nodded in acknowledgement in his wolfskin, he being a distant relation to the pack, but not quite pack. They were never sure if he got the rhythm and subtext when the true pack worked together. Marcus pulled a map from the pockets of his vest, revealing places circled in red marker. After Ulig saw the place Marcus pointed, the spotted wolf ate the map, then was off as fast as a shot. William looked to Marcus before he went his way. Don't make a mess. Me? You're the bloodthirsty one, Marcus said with a smirk that distorted as he slipped back into the wolf and ran off. As the ordinary wolf, William scanned the building, looking for possible points of entry. There, he saw a second floor. He looked to the fuse box and decided a course of action. He made himself the dire wolf, more monstrous, and with the awesome power afforded to him from his size, he knocked over an electrical pole. The lights of the neighborhood went dark, and he began to scale the wall, digging his claws into brick as if it were mud. As he breached the roof, he destroyed a door with his awesome size to gain entry. Little Ling slept on a couch. He saw it in the distance as he poured down the stairs. Suddenly, a flashlight flared to life. A cop wandered down the darkened hallway looking to see if he could find a solution to his current plight of darkness. The officer walked right past him without so much as a pause. He was merely an oddly placed shadow as far as the human was concerned. The massive wolf loomed over the Asian girl like a fairy tale monster. All he had to do was open his jaws and clamp down, and that was the end of this mission, but something held him back. In the time he spent pondering his actions, Ling turned around and glared at him face to face. The shock proved to be too much because she peed herself, then passed out. William's wolf face slowly followed her descent to the floor with the twisted head nod of canine fascination. The cop that was on his way out made his way back and saw the monster over the girl. Bright white eyes reflected back at him when his flashlight glinted off of him. In a fit of fear and blind luck, the cop yelled, "Sweet Lord!" then drew, making a quick shot that popped William's eye. The officer fired wildly and often, but could not manage to score another hit, even as the beast closed the distance. William ripped into the cop's hand, just enough to get him to drop the gun, and decided not to go any further. The policeman didn't stop to wonder why he wasn't dead. He just bolted down the hall with one hand holding the other for dear life. William looked to the woman one last time and made a decision in the moment. He made a transformation to the near beast, scooping her up in massive hairy arms, then jumping out of the window without concern. William watched from the shadows with his one good eye as Ling's Greyhound bus left the city, bound for Michigan. William coolly transformed from wolf to man as he entered the mansion. His emergency clothes still hung on a tiny pack on his back. The family ate dinner. They didn't partake of the long pork this night. They saved that for special occasions. Or weekends at the very least. His destroyed eye was slowly returning to its natural state. Ilse noticed William enter and fed her little toy dog from the table, cradling it like a child. "Is our family's interest protected?" William nodded with the confidence of absolute certainty, then walked up the stairs. By the pale light of the moon, Atara faced a huge circular window in the attic, naked and in chains of silver. Atara didn't bother to turn around to look at William. Whether she couldn't or didn't was uncertain. "Do you love that human?" Atara asked, with no pretext. William didn't answer. He was ambushed by the question. Don't, if you can help it. To love her is to die, said Atara. I don't love any human. I've pieced it together. Don't think me a fool. So let me talk. If you love a human, be prepared to die for your love. They accept me because I am Purifier, and even then, I barely escape death. If you love a human, it will put you into a position that you will be forced to choose your love for family and your love for her. I don't know what love is. She couldn't love me. The most I could hope for is to take her with force. Then do that and think of it no more. If you choose to live amongst this pack, you will either fulfill your role or you will be dead. Do you love this pack? William had to ask. He genuinely wasn't sure if she did. It was now Atara's turn to be surprised. She took a long time before she answered. She needed it to wade through the minefield of complicated emotions she felt for a family she found spiritually bankrupt. Yes, I do love them, but I hate what they do. I can never hope to change them, but at least I can see that they never lose themselves entirely. They roam through this world unchecked. Do you want me to let you out of those chains? Not tonight. Let their rage pass. William said not another word and left the room. The conflicted wolf sat on the floor of his room while Zoo laid awake in his opulent bed. He did this night after night, getting closer and closer, never attempting to touch her inappropriately. That felt wrong to him somehow. After many sleepless nights, Zoo finally addressed him by the light of the moon, prompted by the bane of wolves. What do you hope to accomplish with this? She said, bathed in the darkness of night. With what? William asked in an innocent, childlike tone. With this. All this. You seem as if you're waiting for me to come around. Are you? Maybe, Zoo said with all seriousness, so he knew her love was conditional. She touched his hand, giving him a signal she didn't mind his presence. William slipped into his own bed that was denied him many nights. They made love under Mother Luna's watching eye.